What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. We're back. It's going to be an awesome day. We've got Prem recap. We've got NFL kickoff weekend. It is 3 days from now, I think. What is it? Today's Monday, recording on a Monday. It's Thursday. First game of the season. The NFL is back. We just talked about, the last 5 minutes about parlays and all the goodies that come with the NFL season being back. So we're excited. We're going to jump in NFL. But let's just jump in. Highlights of the week. Josh, why don't you go first?
Me first. My highlight is Devon A-Chain being healthy coming into week 1.
Hey, that's going to be huge. The fantasy team is thankful for that one. AJ?
My highlight is FSU beating ranked Bama. Pretty good win. Even if we don't win another game this season, still a pretty good win.
I love that. Honestly, as a Gator fan, it was really nice to see Florida State beat Alabama. Lesser of two evils is the greater thing. My highlight of the week, we won our first game of the season against Burnley, 3-2. NFL's back. I can't wait. That's my highlight. I can't wait. Thursday night can't come soon enough. Oh, man, I can't wait. All right, highlights of the week is a thing. Let's just jump right in. We're in game week 4 almost. We just finished game week 3. Chelsea, Liverpool, and Palace are the only undefeated teams left. It's crazy. It's been a crazy 3 weeks. Jay, why don't you take us through 3 weeks of Arsenal? How you feeling after 3 weeks? Talk us through what's been going
on. 3 weeks. I feel okay. I mean, we scraped a win at Old Trafford. It's always a tough game anyway. And it's week 1. I couldn't really complain that much. We beat up on Leeds, which is what we're supposed to do, and that's what I expect out of this team. And we're recording this the day after we just played Liverpool match week 3. And personally, I was just talking about it to Josh. I feel like our manager was scared. Honestly, the lineup was not it. I really want it's just crazy, man. 3 DMs. Who's winning? Where's the goal coming from with 3 DMs, bro? I'm sorry. Like our back line is good enough. Our back line is good enough to not concede goals, in my opinion. So I don't know why Eze didn't start. Why Odegaard didn't start? He was on the bench. I know he's been poor, but he's got a little bit of creativity in him. But so I mean, we just need to. At this point, we know as Arsenal fans, we know what we need to do. If there's no trophies this season, it's a failure. And sadly, they probably won't sack the manager, but we all know we all want it. So if there's no trophies, so yeah, that's how I feel.
It's fair. Chelsea undefeated so far. Finalizing today with some more moves in and out, but you're undefeated.
More out. True. Yeah. So just match recaps.
Yeah, whatever. How are you feeling after 3 weeks? How the first 3 weeks of the Prem go? Because then we're gonna jump into transfers.
Yeah. So, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Fulham. Those were our games in a row. First game, Crystal Palace. Kind of sucks that we had to play them first because that's the best Crystal Palace team that they're gonna have. Obviously they lost Eze, and they were gonna lose Mark, but he's not leaving anymore. But that was a tough game. Crystal Palace are they're just a great, annoying team to play against. A lot of talented players in that team, and they're just resilient. Then we played West Ham, which we looked extremely shaky in the first 15, 20 minutes. I think West Ham scored first. I don't even remember, man.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did. 6 minutes in.
5.
6 minutes in, Paqueta scores a freaking. Honestly, it was a great goal. Rob reminds you that he is Rob Sanchez. Sad that Onana won't be there with him anymore. But great goal from him. Extremely great response from the team, though, as the score ended up 5-1. Biggest thing from that game was Cole Palmer was supposed to start the game, then got a knock, warming up, sat, and then João Pedro actually was the guy who slotted in at the 10, and he did freaking great, dude. So for us to win 5-1 without our best player is a great feeling, as it would be for any other team. So Felt good. Granted, West Ham are terrible. They're really bad. Do they have a win? I don't
Yeah,
think so.
they just beat
Yeah, they just
Forest
beat Forest
Okay,
this
three
well,
Sunday.
three three nil.
um, Forest have their own things going on though, but West Ham, they're not really good. I wouldn't be surprised if they are fighting relegation the whole season. But it's a great win. Lots of guys on the score sheet: Neto, Fernandez, Caicedo. Cool to see Chalaba. So great to see us perform that way. And then last game, fourth, it was a freaking hard to watch 4:30 a.m. game against Fulham. Um, very ugly game. We did win 2-0. Lots of honestly bad VAR calls that went our way, but sadly in this day and age, you take the VAR when you can take it, and when more often than not, I feel like Chelsea have been on the opposite end of VAR decisions. So I feel bad for Fulham, but also don't, because we've all been there with our teams. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It is what it is. Still, we
It
were
was
the
so
better.
bad. It was so bad they took the guy who did the VAR for that game. He was our VAR, and they said, "No,
Yeah,
you can't do our VAR."
yeah. So I mean, it is what it is with that. We still, I mean, Fulham. I think they are 18th, so they're in relegation. But honestly, I don't think they'll stay there. They're just one of those teams that are just annoying to play against, man. Those mid-table to bottom-table teams are freaking. Sometimes they can just give you freaking problems.
Yeah,
You
But
also have to
at the
remember
end,
they're all London clubs. They're all
yeah,
technically playing
you
derbies.
got that too. Yeah, but Joao Pedro continues to be our best player on the pitch. Moises Caicedo looks really great still. Enzo Fernandez also maintaining good form. Pedro Neto, love him. He's been really good form. Sadly, Delap friggin' pulls his hammy literally the first couple minutes of the game. So another injury, as we're all dealing with injuries for new signings or old signings and AJ's sake. So injuries suck, but can't complain because we are undefeated, sitting second in international break. Um, but lots of positives to take from my team.
yeah.
You're up, Chris.
Yeah, you're up.
Holy roller coaster, bro. We started the week one against Arsenal, as AJ said. We lost 1-0, but I think we walked away. I felt very good about it. Walking away, we were the better team. We just, at the end of the day, didn't score the goals we need to. And then we went to Fulham the next weekend, and we just looked terrible. We got lucky to scrape a 1-1 draw. Bruno sent a penalty in the freaking row Z in that game. Um, but we were just lucky to get across the line in that game. And then we went to fourth tier Grimsby midweek in the second round of the Carabao Cup. Absolutely got torched in the first half. 2-0 down. Embarrassing moments. And then he subbed on Buemo for Bruno and Delit to start the second half, and we dominated the second half. Ended up stats wise dominating the whole game, but it just didn't feel like it. And then we ended up losing on penalties because Onana couldn't save 12 of the 12 pens. He saved one of them because it was a terrible pen. But he got his hand on like 7 of them, and he couldn't save them. So embarrassing moment. That's his last game in a United shirt, according to reports. Praise the Lord. And then we hosted Burnley this past weekend. It beat him 3-2. Just another game where it looks like, I mean, AJ said in our group text, he goes, "Why did United scrape by?" But it's just we didn't scrape by. The scoreline just says that. Another game where we should have scored 5-6 goals. We just can't put the ball in the back of the net. So Cunha came off injured in that game. We don't know how bad it's going to be. I'm hoping after the break that he'll be back. But you never know. Mason Mount apparently played 35 minutes injured in that game. So we'll see what happens there. But Colby Manu, just to add to it, Colby asked to leave during the week last week. We told him no, it's just been a crap show at this club so far these first 3 weeks. International break is perfect timing because then we come back and play City and Chelsea back to back. So it should be a fun time. So I need this break. They need this break. It'll be
Yeah,
good.
I was gonna say I hate that there's international break so soon, but with all the
we
injuries that
needed
we
it.
have. Well, it's probably a good thing. It's
Yeah,
probably a good thing.
we need it. But hey, we're ninth in the table. So, I mean, Man City are currently 13th. Newcastle
Perfect.
are Newcastle are 17th, bro. They're tied on points with Fulham. Praise the Lord, frick Newcastle. They're the worst. But hey, and
Yeah,
surprisingly, Everton's 2 wins out of 3. Sunderland's 2 wins out of 3.
super
So
stoked for them. Sunderland.
it's been a great start to the season for a lot of teams. Tottenham looked really good, except for last week. They got absolutely handed everything to them by Bournemouth. So
Yeah,
I go ahead, go ahead.
no, Spurs. They're just Spurs, but they signed
They
great
just got
guys
yeah,
again. So
they just got Colomwani. So
Yeah, let's. I mean, that's a perfect transition into that. I've got pulled up NBC's um, deals announced with the deadline. There's 20 in the ones that aren't completed yet. So let's just go through this. Alexander Isak officially completes his move from Liverpool to Newcastle.
mm,
No, from Newcastle to Liverpool.
yeah,
125 million fee, and then a 5 million in solidarity. They call it. I'm assuming it's just 5 million. They're going to pay him after the season. Ron Wisa goes to Newcastle for 55 million from Brentford. This one made me laugh because I saw a Newcastle fan on Twitter earlier that goes, "We really got scammed, bro. He's 29 years old, 1 year on his contract, and 1 year left on Brentford, and he's going to AFCON in January, bro." He's like, "We got scammed."
how much was it?
55 million.
55,
Yeah, that is a lot. But I mean, he's a good player. He'll be a good player.
29
Yeah,
year old.
yeah, it's a lot, but he'll be good for them. Donnarumma officially makes his move to Man City, upwards of like 35 million from PSG. And then going the other way, Ederson leaves to go to Fenerbahce for like 13 mil. Colomwani today on loan to Tottenham from PSG. It has Mark Gahey in here to Liverpool, but that one collapsed today because Oliver Glasner, the manager of Crystal Palace, threatened to leave if Mark Gahey was actually sold without a replacement. Nicholas Jackson, after turmoil in that deal, is going to Bayern.
Registered in Germany.
No, he came home. He flew back to London,
No, he
Did
went
and
he?
to
then
No, I
Senegal.
thought
he went to
he went to
Senegal.
Senegal.
Yeah, he went to Senegal.
Dude, that's
That was his limbo spot.
that deal was crazy. So for those that if you don't keep up with it, Nicholas Jackson they signed a loan deal Chelsea to Bayern for Jackson to go for the year with a big obligation to buy, and then Delap gets hurt on Sunday. Chelsea goes, no, we want to keep Jackson now, and it's just this
With an
whole
option.
crap show. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
It was okay. So initially, it was a loan with a 15 mil loan fee with an option to buy, not a obligation. Then Delap gets injured, hammy injury. They said he's going to be out for like 6 weeks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I saw
A
six
while.
weeks. Yeah,
So then we're like, nah. We tell Bayern we tell Bayern that we need Nico back, but also ask Sunderland if we can recall Mark Gui. Which
mm-hmm.
Sunderland say, yeah, that's fine. They got their boy Robbie. That's fine, right? So then Nico is told that he needs to come back to Chelsea, but he throws a fit and he says, "No, we're not coming back." And Bayern are kind of like your divorced parent that's like, So he goes to Senegal, chills there, waits to see what happens. We're told that the deal is collapsed, and then back and forth, talking happens. Then Chelsea managed to strike a little 1.5 mil more in the fee, and then slap on an obligation, which totals the whole thing. If it's completed in the end, is like around 70 mil. So lots of drama there with Nico, which
Yeah, ended up being a really good deal for you guys. You get some more money out of it, and obviously the obligation will be off your books next year.
But I did
So
see something today saying that the obligation is if he plays a certain amount of games, which I don't know if that's. Uh, I didn't see Fob say anything, but if that's a thing, then I don't know. We'll see what happens.
yeah, I saw Fob said that they wanted to add another 5 mil into the fee, um, the obligation fee. That way, it would be more concrete of an obligation, not just an option. So we'll see. Continue. Harvey Elliott leaves Liverpool today to go to Aston Villa on loan with a $35 million option. My favorite of the day. Jadon Sancho goes on loan to Aston Villa. Um, for the straight loan. Piero and Capier, another guy that Eric Ten Hag lost at Bayer Leverkusen, joins Arsenal on loan with an obligation to buy at the end of the year. I think the obligation's like 45 mil, so nothing too crazy. René Lemons joins Manchester United from Royal Antwerp. Should be our goalkeeper one. This one shocked me a little bit. Gundogan left Man City to go to Galatasaray today on a perma deal. A little weird. I feel like Pep's just selling players to sell players. Akanji also left Man City to go to Inter. Tyreek George left Chelsea to go to Fulham. Fulham actually made 3 signings today. They signed Chukwueze from AC Milan. And they signed Kevin from Shakhtar Donetsk, and they signed Tyreek George.
2 Chelsea players.
So, yeah. So it's been great. It's been a good day. There's been a lot of deals done. I know Arsenal made a lot of moves this summer. Your released and loaned out list is a lot. A lot of it's released, but your ends at the end of this window are Kepa, Zubamendi, Norgard, Madueke, Mosquera, Gyökeres, Eze, and Hincapié. How do you feel at the end of your window?
I feel good, but I mean, like, I don't know, dude. Like, this won't have the manager because we have the squad. I'm just, I'm just not gonna get over that. I'm not gonna get over yesterday's game because at this point, if you don't know anything, Liverpool signed a bajillion players this window, and after this point, like, well, who's gonna stop them? Because it was gonna be us, and if we could have gotten a draw there,
No,
I would
it's
have
never going to
felt
be you,
okay about
buddy.
that.
Come on, AJ.
He's never. All right. We'll wait for the match week when Chelsea loses to Liverpool, and then it's like, oh, yeah,
And I'll take full responsibility.
yeah, yeah. I know you will.
All right, Chelsea official window. Your big outs.
I have
Let's
them
just
all
go
here,
through.
dude. Let's go
Go
through.
ahead.
Let's go through incomings first because that's shorter.
You get some
So
big
obviously,
incomings there.
João Pedro. For like, I don't know if this is accurate or not. I think it is though. 63,
60 mil.
about 63.7 mil. Jamie Gans 56 mil. Garnacho 46.2 mil. Hato 44.2 mil. Delap 35.5 mil. Estevao, which kind of was a while ago, but finally, 34 mil. Dario Sugo 22 mil. Mamadou Sarr 14 mil. Kendra Paez 10 mil. Obviously, he's not there. And then I don't know how to say his name. Facundo Bonate, whatever.
Bonanate.
Yeah, Buonanotte, yeah.
On loan. This actually has their average age, which is kind of funny. It says average age 20 years old.
Jeez.
Total sum around 328 mil, depending on if everything is, filled out.
Yeah.
Now for our outgoings, and just to preface this by saying Chelsea are the first club to ever have 300 million sales in an outgoing window ever in the history of the Prem. So obviously Nani Madueke to Arsenal, 48 mil guaranteed with 4 mil in add-ons. And Kunku, 36 mil to, where do you go, AC Milan?
AC Milan, yeah.
AC Milan.
Joao Felix for 26 mil, 17.5 mil in add-ons. Joins his fellow GOAT, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, sold him for 25 mil, 4 mil in add-ons. Uguchuku 25 mil. Petro, 25 mil. Chuko Meka, 24 mil. Tyreek George, 22 mil. Renato Vega, 21 mil add-ons. Broya, 20 mil. Nico Jackson, obviously I already talked about him. Amugo, 12 mil for Amugo. Bashir Humphreys, 12 mil. Some guys you guys don't know, 6.5 mil. Kepa, 5 mil. Alfie Gilchrist, 2 mil. Just some other guys that we don't really pay attention to. So our total confirmed fees is 326.2 mil. And then if total of add-ons and obligations are reached, comes out to around 373.5 mil, which is a lot.
It's pretty dang good.
So I see a lot of, obviously Chelsea Twitter doesn't speak for everyone, but lots of people, if you follow football, I'm sure you're on Twitter and you see people's opinions. You're probably on your own club's Twitter. Lots of people have mixed feelings about the window. Obviously, we were hopeful to get Xavi Simons, Mike Mannion, guys like that. That didn't end up happening. So people are a little upset about that. Mark Gahey was someone that was shouted out. Um, at the end of the day, we definitely strengthened. Like Joao Pedro, definitely Miles. Like already seeing results from him. Great signing. Estevao looks pretty silky. Um, I would say our window outgoing wise has been an A plus for sure. Incomings, I would say pretty decent. Like Joao Pedro kind of stands alone. Joe Hato is a great coverage. Estevao is also a great attacking option. Nacho, another just depth up top. I think up top, winger wise, we're freaking set. Obviously, we do come recall Gui. If something were to happen to Joao Pedro, and we don't know the extent of Cole Palmer's injury, then we could start to be like, ooh, a little bit in trouble. Just because, yes, we did sign a lot of players, but these are young guys that haven't been integrated, and not. It's very rare that you see a player like Joao Pedro come into the squad and instantly have an impact like that. Those are like signings that happen once every few years. Defensively could be an issue just because we have lots of injury prone guys. But I imagine that us making all the outgoing sells, depending on how we do, if players maintain health, I could see us making moves in summer because we have the PPR room now. I'm sure we're set for a good amount of time. And if we're not, I'm going to be absolutely fuming because this freaking Liverpool just unleashed liquidation. But yeah, lots of names that we don't really know. I saw something on Twitter that made me laugh, but it was like being a Chelsea fan teaches you more ball knowledge than playing FIFA. We just be signing these guys that you don't even know. But yeah, I
It's
mean,
true though.
honestly, not a bad window for us. Lots of business that needed to be done. We got Ben Chilwell out the door. Actually, that's another one I forgot.
To Strasbourg, bro. He's going to your
Permanently,
sister club. 2-year deal.
permanently to Strasbourg. We are sadly stuck with Raheem Sterling still on his 300 whatever he's on. I'm pretty sure it's
380K.
320.
yeah.
320.
I think it's 320 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 380. We're still stuck with that bum, whatever. And then Disasi. So out of all the outgoings that we wanted to happen, we only managed to be stuck with two. Chelsea know how to sell players. So I'm sure Bowley is loving life right now.
He's got enough money to go put it in the Dodgers. All right, I just want to go over a couple other teams before we talk about United. Everton, I feel like had an underrated window. Dewsbury Hall from Chelsea for 25 mil. Grealish on loan. They got Tyler Dibbling from Southampton, who looked really good last season. In the first 3 games, they've done really well. Palace replaced Eze with Yeremy Pino from Villarreal. That's really it for them. And then obviously we can talk about the big boys. Liverpool signed Ekatike for 95 mil. Rich for 115 mil. Kirkish for 40 mil. Frimpong for 35, 40 mil. Amardashvili comes in. They bought him last summer, but they loaned him back to Valencia, but he was another 45, 50 mil. And then you've got Isak, obviously, today at 125 million. They've also signed a couple other guys. Leone from Parma, but I don't know their value. So, but they spent, I think it was like almost 500 million on those guys. They spent 400. I think it was like 400 million just on 3 players. Isak, Wirtz, and Ekatike. They spent almost 400 million on. So that's more than every club has spent this summer. So, I mean, we're just. I don't know, bro. We're gonna rave about this for years if they don't get anything done to them from PSR and FFP and all the things. But spending 600 million in a summer just doesn't feel right.
And they almost got gay, bro.
Yeah, that would have been another 40 mil. So I don't know, man. Crazy. Man City bought Ait Nori, Ryan Cherky, Tishani Reinders, Safir Naipan, and James Trafford. They did do a lot of business this window. I mean, Pep came out multiple times said he didn't want to do a lot of business because of the fact that he wants a small squad, which doesn't make any sense to me. But considering they're going to be in 5 competitions. So I figured you want more players just in case you get injured, like they already have with Rodri getting injured, but coming back quickly, and then Cherokee's out for 2 months. So it's gonna be an interesting few months for them. Tottenham is the other one I want to talk about, just because we've talked about them. Colomwani on loan. They signed Joao Palhinha on loan for Bayern. Matthias Tell they made permanent. Kevin Danso they made permanent. Then they bought Mohamed Kudus and Javi Simons. After that window for them, how do you feel about Tottenham's chances in this league?
They can
I
do
know
okay.
last episode we ranked them really low, so they
I
went
don't
out and
think I
did
ranked them
business.
low. I think I ranked them at like 6, or like
I have to go
maybe
check the
bouncing
tape.
top 4. I
Josh,
don't think.
as a fellow London.
Well, okay. I think that they've been incredibly aggressive, made really good signings in different positions. We've already talked about their manager. We highly rate him. He's a great manager. They did just lose, so that does remind you they're Spurs. However, I think some of that stuff we kind of have to knock away because they finally did win a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
So they have that now, and that's going to be kind of fuel for them. I think looking on paper, they have one of the best teams in the Prem. Like I think who was it telling? I was telling you maybe. I was like, I think they on paper have a better looking squad than Arsenal. Um, I would even argue like looking at them, they should be able to, compete for top 4.
Yeah,
But we haven't seen a consistent Spurs team in who knows how long.
For like
So
6 years.
a long time, half a decade at least. So, but I think that they definitely turned heads with the window. I think they need to be taken seriously. You can't take them for granted when you play them. But I think that they'll do good. I think they'll do good. Um, I could see them making a mini little, little ripples in champs. But we'll see. It's hard. Everyone made great signings, but like Liverpool, man, just absolutely dunked on everyone in the transfer window because they just spent insane money, which is crazy. You can't compete with that. So
true.
we'll see what happens.
Just real quick, touch on United. We already talked about our 4 big signings. We signed Lamens today officially. We were in talks with Emi Martinez over the last 24 hours, but I think our only goal was to get Lamens through the door. Sancho goes on loan to Villa. Villa's paying 80% of his salary, which I think he's on 300K a week. So they're paying 240K a week for him. We're only paying 60. God bless. Get his salary off our books. Um, sorry, I'm looking at this little finance sheet, and they wrote
You
Mister
sold
Freedom
Anthony?
Fighter. Yeah, sorry, they wrote Mister Freedom Fighter next Chelsea wages to get next to Sancho, so it just threw me off. Rashford on loan to Barca. They're covering his entire wage book. He has a buy option of anywhere between 25 and 30 million. Rasmus Højlund is on loan at Napoli. Napoli gave us 6 mil up front, and they have an obligation to buy at 40 mil, um, which is really good for us. I'll root for him. He never did anything wrong. He wasn't like Anthony and Garnacho, who just were, you know,
He was professional. He was
he was
professional.
professional about it.
Yeah.
So I hope he goes and smashes it at Napoli with McTominay and De
He
Bruyne.
took it. He took it like a good boy.
um, Anthony to Betis for 21 million. We don't have to pay out any contract money to him, so he's just leaving.
Heavy
Um,
selling clause, right?
50% sell-on clause. So we own half of his rights. Technically, how they do it in Spain is that you own half. You own his rights, so they own half his rights. We own half his rights. They were talking about it could have been if Betis made profit, we get half his profit, but it actually is any sale they make, we get half of it. So if they sell him for 50 mil, we get 25 mil. So it's really nice for us. And then Garnacho, obviously, you talked about. We sold him to Chelsea for 40 million, and we also have a 10% sell-on clause for that. So honestly, it could be really good for us the way Chelsea sell players. When they sell them for 70 mil next year to Real Madrid, we'll be making 7 mil off of that. So positive things here. We just have a couple other loans on youth squad, but other than that, we made, which is surprising for United guys, we made $89 million, 89 million euros this summer on sales. which we never do that. And then in obligations and stuff, we have another 65 million that could come in. So that's 150 million of this window that could be in money wise, which is huge for us because we never sell players. Um, so no complaints here. I'm ready for the season just to kick on and see how it goes. I mean, United is becoming more of a one game a week club because we're out of Carabao already. So we just got FA in January and then the Prem. That's it. So I don't know. Transfers have been crazy. It was a lot of money spent today. A lot of money spent this summer. Liverpool spent probably half the money spent across the world. So
Yeah. This
this
was a
season,
crazy deadline day, honestly.
it was Fob. I think Fob had like 500 tweets today at least. So good for him. He earned it. He earned his rest. But we'll see how this goes. See if these transfers can kick in. See if they kick on with their new teams. A lot of people are excited about Eze for Arsenal. A lot of people are obviously, Josh, you're excited about Joao Pedro for Chelsea. We've already seen the fruits of his labor. So we'll see. This is going to be an awesome season as we look forward to January for the next transfer window. Let's just switch gears, bro. Let's bring it back to America. The NFL kicks off in 3 days. Cowboys, Eagles. I think I just wanted to go over our team previews, our expectations. But we gotta do the beginning of the year predictions. MVP, Super Bowl teams, worst team, dark horse team. But let's just start with Miami. How you feeling? What are your expectations? How you feeling about Miami this year?
Oh, I was literally telling AJ, bro,
He's
I'm
like, I don't
not
want to do
looking.
the team.
I'm not looking forward to talking about my team. Uh, my expectations for us are very low. Um, yeah, they're very low. Our draft. Well, let's talk about our draft just briefly because
Yeah.
a lot of trench players, which is something that we've been needing. So not like a sexy draft. Obviously, we're not getting like your wide receivers, your cool crazy running backs,
Your
Mm-hmm.
skill
your
position.
your CBs, but you know, uh, decent from Greer. I don't like him still. I think he's a fraud. I think
Well, he's getting
talking
fired
about our
after
season
this year.
expectations, I think Mike and Greer are on the hot seat. I think that they need to make the playoffs and they need to win a playoff game. Um, I don't see us even making the playoffs this season, if I'm
Yeah.
being completely honest. Um, we play Colts. The Colts, week one. If we do not beat the Colts, I will be upset. I will be very upset.
It's
Um, they
new
have
captain Daniel Jones, bro.
they have Daniel
Yeah, he's the
Jones.
captain now.
I think our weakest spot in the team has to be our secondary. Um, I can't wait to
You
watch
have
Duck
two
Storm.
available. Storm Duck. Yeah.
Storm Duck, sorry, Storm Duck. Um, sounds like a freaking Madden generated player that just spawns into your team and but I don't know, man. I mean, offensively, we have the skills, skilled players. Tua's, fingers crossed, hoping for a healthy season, no concussions.
Mm-hmm.
Devon Achane, arguably, I would say probably our most important player. Has a kind of like a lingering calf issue. Says that he's cleared for week one, but when it comes to running back and calves,
Mm-hmm.
they're likely to experience some kind of out time. Hopefully, it's not something bad. We did get Ollie Gordon, who looks great in the preseason.
Yeah.
In our camp, people have been really raving about him. So thank goodness, because Jalen Wright looks very horrendous. And
Jalen
he's
Wright's also injured.
and he's injured.
Yeah.
Obviously, we still have Tyreek Hill. There's all that drama, as I'm sure a lot of you guys already know if you follow football.
He's no longer a captain on your team for the first time in 4 years.
He's been stripped.
He's not a captain, which I 100% back that decision. He just carries too many issues, and he needs to earn the trust of Miami fans again. The teammates, who knows what will happen to him
Yeah.
um, after the season? Who knows? That he's a wild card. He's one of those players. It's like, stop trying to be like Antonio Brown, bro. Just freaking play football.
He might just
Jalen Waddle
retire, bro.
still, yeah. Waddle still on the team. Malik. We got players. We have the skills. So we'll see.
I mean, trading Ramsey for Minka Fitzpatrick this offseason was definitely not on your bingo card, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it does free us of, the financial burden of him. I don't know. It's just, everyone around us is so much better. And if we want to win games, I don't see us defensively doing that. Defense wins games. I don't think we have a very strong defense. And we have a lot of injuries,
Hold on,
bro.
I have breaking news
Yeah,
as
go
we're
ahead.
here. Tyreek George is now staying at Chelsea. His
Okay.
deal with Fulham has collapsed. Sorry, it was not in Miami
Okay.
news, but Fab just tweeted that his deal with Fulham just collapsed.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I like Tyreek, evil Saka. But
Sorry,
yeah.
continue.
I don't think we're that great defensively. Lots of injury prone players on our team, in positions that happen to get lots of injuries. So we basically have to be outscoring the other team. And we're not the Bengals. We don't have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins to freaking sling the ball to. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Hopefully we get 4 wins. Is that a low bar?
That's way. I feel like it's really low, but it's all right. AJ, I'll let you talk about the Bucks.
Yeah. I think this offseason particularly, I think we're getting a lot of talk about how we're kind of this under the radar team, which I mean, I'm not opposed to, but I just think we're a solid team all around.
Yeah,
Think I just think that our offense is consistent enough even without, because I mean we've switched coordinators 3 years in a row now. I think our offense, the pieces that we have are basically good enough to play through a bunch of different schemes, and so
yeah,
I'm not even worried about them. Our defense, just keep adding. I mean, I would like to see a big stack statistical season from Hassan Reddick, because it's not a very good sign when your biggest sack leader last season's an interior defensive lineman, in my
yeah.
opinion. But I think we'll be really good. I mean, realistically, the only thing that I have to complain about last season is that we gotta at least beat Atlanta once this season, because that was kind of basically like the biggest like I would say like mark against us. And then to be fair, we only lost our wild card game due to one mistake, so I can't really blame them. I think we look good going into this season. Do I think do I think we can make the Super Bowl? Probably not. Do I think we can make the NFC Conference Championship game? I absolutely do. I think we're good enough to beat the top dogs. We beat both of the top dogs in the NFC last year.
Sure.
So uh, pretty much like I say that to say like probably last season we beat the Commanders in the wild card. We probably beat
Hmm.
the Lions the next week, and I don't know what happens in the NFC Conference Championship game. Probably would lose, but we've had the Eagles number for a little bit, so I can't imagine it wouldn't be a big of a blowout
Yeah,
as it was. So I do like this. I like the rookies. I like the rookies that we added. I like our running back. It's just pray for no injuries, and we should be okay.
yeah. How do you hate our rookie running back, bro? That's Bucky Irving. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's America's favorite running back. I do want to touch real quick on Emeka Ibuka because he's the NFL's favorite, it seems, right now. For obviously Travis Hunter walked in with Rookie of the Year, but I think there's so much Ibuka hype around him that there's the potential for him to win Rookie of the Year with Godwin being out, and Mike Evans is always lingering hamstring 3 to 4 week injury. Um, I think it's really cool for us. I mean, AJ and I were sitting together at draft night, and I was just like, why did we draft a receiver, bro? We have 2 Hall of Fame level possible receivers. Why do we bring in this guy? And then you watch him in camp and in preseason, and you're like, all right, this makes sense. He's the future of this team, and him and McMillan, I think, have the keys to learning the Godwin and Evans roles. And if McMillan can stay healthy and keep his head on straight, I think he has the potential as well. But I think Ibuka is, a weapon X for this team that, maybe that even more of a step up than what McMillan was for us last year. So I'm excited for us. I think, Baker has the potential to put together an MVP season as well. Um, assuming that he doesn't, go kaputs in games and throw stupid interceptions like he did last year.
I think the hype that the Broncos are receiving in the national media should be more for us. I think we're more underrated than they are. I think
Yeah, I
they're
think
I think they'll be good. I just don't think their ceiling is. I think their ceiling is like 10 or 11 wins. I don't think they're much better than that.
yeah, we're just a better team overall. I think. Yeah, I'm excited for what the Bucks can bring. Other big news, obviously the biggest news: Micah Parsons being traded to the Green Bay Packers for two hot dogs and a bag of chips. In my opinion,
Two first rounders.
yeah. Okay, but when you think about it this way, when you trading for a star player, you're trading your star player when you want like high level picks. The Packers have picked in the mid-20s for the
No, I
last
know
three
they're
or
gonna
four
be like
years.
they're gonna be in the 20s. I think I'm personally the only thing that I have no idea why they traded the Packers. Like literally the team that's knocked them out like in what like three of the last four postseasons.
Yeah,
Like I have no idea why you would trade to them. I like that's my only thing. Like there's probably two teams. I was saying that two teams you don't trade to if you're the Cowboys. You don't trade the Packers. You don't trade the 49ers. And then you traded the Packers, and you
yeah,
got an aging defensive tackle in two first rounds.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like a really bad trade. I feel like Jerry obviously lost all the cards in those negotiations, but it really felt like they just threw a dart at a dartboard and picked the Packers offer.
I
Now,
mean,
granted, we don't know what anybody else offered, but
yeah, I mean, he said it himself. I mean, all he had to do was pay him probably right after Miles did this offseason, and he wouldn't even have this issue. Because
yeah,
obviously, as deals go, like the price just keeps going up because it's like, well, Miles signed for this, and then
TJ
after
signed for
TJ signed
that.
for this, and
Yeah,
then uh, I can't remember who else got a deal. Someone else got a deal this offseason, but that X signed for that, so
yeah. I
he
mean,
basically,
Jerry is though.
yeah, he basically wasted. But I mean, it's whatever. I think the Packers probably needed it a lot more than we think.
I think
It's not
this
like the
pushes the
defense
Packers
was.
into a new tier of talent levels on their team. I mean, Josh and I both rank them on YKB as division winners now, so
Yeah,
And
we
I
I
did.
don't
did
know.
not.
Yeah, you kept the Lions. You and
Fine.
Louie kept the Lions. Me and Josh kept the Pack or put the Packers at one. So
I still think the lines are pretty decent. I still think they have the Packers number.
okay, let me ask you, Jay, in your guru mindset,
Yeah,
how much are
guru mine.
how much are the Lions affected by Ben Johnson leaving?
I would say they're affected pretty hard, but I would also say that they still have the talent level. They still have the talent level to overcome that.
Okay.
I think Jared's good enough. I think
AJ loves
Jameer's
Jared Goff, bro.
he's good. He's literally the standard. He
Jared
he is
Goff deserves
good,
to come here
man. I don't know what
somewhere.
to tell you.
No, I think he's good. I think he's good too.
Uh,
I think it's funny how much you like him.
I just think he's like the perfect game manager, like the perfect person to never like basically like he'll never be too high or too up or too low, in my opinion. But I digress. Yeah, I think the skill positions are phenomenal there still. I think the defense probably suffers from Aaron Glenn leaving. I think the defense suffers more from Aaron Glenn leaving than Ben Johnson. The offense suffering because Ben Johnson left.
I think we'll see a lot more closer games from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, the whole NFC North played a pretty paper soft schedule last year, clearly because the three teams with like 10 plus wins.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
And they played like the AFC South and what was the other division they played? They played.
I think they
They
played
didn't
us, didn't
play.
they?
I agree with what you say though. I think that
Yeah,
their offense will, their defense will definitely struggle more than their offense. Look at who they got offensively, bro.
yeah.
They're loaded, dude.
Comparative to defensively, yeah.
They're loaded.
Yeah. Yeah. This year they play the AFC North, so a lot more difficult games than last year. Um, yeah, I mean Dallas obviously losing Micah is huge. We already talked about Miami trading Minka for and Jalen Ramsey back and forth. I can't think of any other big blockbuster trades unless I'm missing any. I know TJ and Miles Garrett got paid this offseason.
Crash out Pickens, bro.
Yeah.
Pickens and
George Pickens going to Dallas. I'm excited for
DK.
a DK going to.
going to
There we
Steelers.
go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited for. I think the Dallas aspect of it. This makes it more fun for fantasy football players because now you can have any piece of that Dallas passing game from Dak to and Pickens and Lamb and Ferguson and like obviously their running backs are hot garbage.
Keyword passing game.
Yeah, not the rushing
Their
game
line,
piece.
but the problem is their line is hot garbage. So I don't know I don't know
Yeah,
how
but
much that passing game is gonna be that
well,
effective.
they're gonna have to score to win games. So
Yeah, I don't
like
think they're gonna win many games this year, sadly. Again.
yeah. I mean, I think they'll get there. They'll get to 9. I mean, other ones. Vikings bring back Adam Thielen. There's really just some useless trades. Brian Robinson goes to play backup for McCaffrey. I'm literally just going through trades, and it's all a bunch of like meaningless fodder trades, like Kenny
Keenan
Pickett
Allen
being
is back. Adam Thielen is back. Amari
the
Cooper's back.
Geno Smith for Sam Darnold, 1-for-1
The boys are
value.
coming home. The boys are coming home, basically.
That's true. They did. We did have a lot of homecomings, which is fun. All right. Well, Super Bowl predictions. We'll save that for last. Let's go. Obviously, I feel like we can all unanimously go with our worst team. Who's the worst team in the league going to be this year?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm just kidding.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
I wrote worst team, obviously Saints, because I feel like everybody in the world is just on a hate the Saints bandwagon.
It's actually
Well,
hilarious.
you just think about it like what's one player that gets you excited?
If Chris Olave is not dead on the concussion protocol.
Yeah.
But then again, he has everybody throwing on the ball, so.
Spencer Rattler is really bad, bro. That's their starting quarterback,
Yeah.
right? That's
You know who gets me excited? Demario Davis. That poor guy has been stuck in purgatory.
He's literally played there for so long. Like
Vele, bro.
Devon Vele is now a
Sean
Saint.
Vela.
Oh, you're right. Trey Palmer now plays for the Saints, bro.
Bro doesn't know how to
I'm
catch
just saying,
balls.
like
Saints are so bad, bro.
You think?
Okay, would you
just
rank
have
second to worst?
Like Cole.
Dang, that was quick.
Don't say that, please, because if we lose it, I'm gonna.
The Colts are not very good. The defense literally is like was ranked like 31st last season.
They're bad.
And the offense literally didn't trust their 4th overall draft pick, and then gave it to a 6th overall draft pick bust.
It's true. The Colts is a good option. I would have thrown out Tennessee maybe if Cam Ward doesn't pan out.
But I was gonna say they have Cam Ward. Like at least they got a rookie to watch.
There's hope.
Yeah, the Titans have hope.
Like the sliver of hope.
I mean, I would have said the Jets, bro. I think the Jaguars can turn it around this year. I would have said the Jets, bro. The Jets literally have done nothing to show that they are going to do anything.
I still think they have a pretty solid defense. So, like, they have a proven defense, I would say.
I didn't draft anybody in fantasy football from the Jets besides Braylon Allen in hopes that.
But that doesn't count because he's just like a backup.
Right. But I didn't want any part of that. Oh, actually, I lied. I did draft Fields only because in fantasy football.
Because you're 2 quarterback auction leagues.
Yeah, so yeah, the Jets aren't good. But
all right, who's your dark horse team this year? Somebody that obviously we talk about the Bucks, but who's your dark horse team that nobody's talking about that can make a good run this year?
Nobody talking about? I don't know. I wouldn't say nobody's talking about the Raiders, but I do like the Raiders. I think that they'll do pretty decent. But let me think about. Go ahead, AJ. Go first.
On the radar, this is tough. I would probably say like the Vikings. I think they're still going to be pretty good, especially with JJ now. I think Kevin O'Connell's a good enough coach, and they still have all that talent.
Yeah, I would say Seattle.
I was gonna say Seattle.
I like Seattle. They've been really good, and I don't think they get enough credit. It's not like they downgraded. Geno and Sam isn't really a downgrade. I mean, we saw how good Sam Darnold was in Minnesota last year, but they also didn't lose any big pieces besides DK. But DK wasn't the guy there anymore, and they added a Cooper Kupp in division, which I think is really really good for them. I love some Cooper Kupp.
You like some of that?
Love some of that white boy action.
I'd say as well, I think the Pats will do a lot better than they did last season. I also like Atlanta because my boy Michael Penix, Kyle Pitts breakout season, Bijan, Drake London. You don't like Drake London, but
I think Atlanta has the pieces, bro. But I don't know if they have the coach.
yeah, that's very fair. But
Also, their
I
defense
think,
has never ever been good, like
yeah,
ever.
that's true. I don't know. I think the Pats are a shout, though. I don't think the Pats are gonna. I'm just
I think the
losing.
Patriots are definitely like in talks to be like a wild card contender, like sneak into that seven.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean, Drake May, Trevion, Stephon Diggs.
They've been good. They're good. They're going to be decent. Drake May sophomore season will be a lot better than his rookie season.
But yeah, I do like the Raiders a lot. I want to see the Raiders do good.
I think the Raiders upgraded, bro. They made some good upgrades. Obviously, getting Genty's an upgrade. Geno Smith is miles better than any quarterback they had on the roster last year.
Yeah.
AOC and Gardner Minshew or
Don't forget
Alonzo.
about Derek Carr.
Oh, and Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, they
They didn't
had
have
four
Derek last
quarterbacks.
year.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they
They had
did.
him. They had him in the beginning, and then he got hurt and retired.
That was the Saints.
You're right. You're right. Sorry, I forgot he was on the Saints last
He hasn't
year.
been in. He hasn't been. Sorry, not Oakland. He hasn't been in
Vegas
Vegas for like two
since
seasons.
Devontae. You're right. You're right. I forgot he was at the Saints last year, bro. Derek Carr's career in my head is just the same, just mediocre. That's Super Bowl predictions, bro. The biggest of the biggest. Who's your Super Bowl teams and who's your MVP this year?
Go ahead, AJ.
Okay. I guess I just have that already. No. I think the Eagles probably repeat as NFC champions. Don't really see them slowing down. I don't know. Like they have a really good defense. Their offense is pretty good. Like the AFC, like it's hard not to say Kansas City. Like I don't want to say Kansas City, but like I'd really like for one of the bridesmaids to like knock them off this season. I
Yeah,
mean, if Baltimore can do it, if Buffalo can do it, if Cincinnati plays them again, they definitely can do it without getting cheated out by refs. But um, I'll just you know what? I'll take Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore. I think Baltimore makes it. I think they're finally due for it. They can do it because I mean, when they played them in the AFC Championship game the last time, they literally only scored. Kansas City only scored like they held them to 10 points.
yeah, yeah.
So they can do it. It's like very possible.
Yes.
But
So
yeah,
Baltimore.
I'll take Baltimore for hope, and then MVP probably Burrow. They like to like share it around, so like everybody, everybody feels where technically he could have won it last year if his team wasn't so buns, if his defense wasn't trash.
It's true.
Um, but to be fair, Lamar also probably could have won it last season. He had a really good season last season,
Lamar probably
and
should
they were
have won
just
it last year.
yeah they just gave it to Josh because they're like, oh yeah, he hasn't won one yet. So this is the season for Burrow. Like, oh, we haven't given this guy one yet. All right, here you go.
I like it. So Baltimore, Philly, with Joe Burrow winning MVP. All right, Josh,
Yeah,
what are you thinking?
I'm high on Cincy, bro. I'm high on them this year,
their defense is so they look worse than last year.
and that's okay. That's
Worse
okay,
than last year.
and that's okay because offense wins games, AJ.
Yeah,
Clearly not. Only won them 9 and not enough to get into the postseason.
frick defense, bro. Where offense wins everything here.
Dependent on health, I like Cincy, but if it's not Cincy, then I do like the Ravens. I think Lamar just keeps getting closer and closer, and he's bound. But honestly, on the other side, bro, I like the Bucks, bro. I like the Bucks. I really like them, dude. Genuinely, I think they can make a run. Um, and why not, dude? Why can't it be you guys? Uh, just think
Bucks
if
Ravens.
dude, I would be so hyped for you guys. I'm just thinking, Igbuka, if he can be what they're saying he can be, you get your boy Godwin back healthy. Bucky is gonna do what he's supposed to do. Baker's hopefully going to keep slinging it and keep the mistakes to a minimum, why not, dude? I mean,
why not us?
you own the Eagles, bro. I'm not worried about the Eagles, bro. The Bucks
You
own the
should be.
Eagles.
They have the best. They have the number one everything.
Bucks are kryptonite, bro.
It's true.
They are. They are.
True.
I can't deny that. Like if you told me like we're gonna go play them in a postseason game, I would not be worried.
No,
The
I
only
wouldn't
And that might
either.
be
reason
a hot
also,
take, but
the only reason also I say the Bucks because like you guys have talented players and nobody's talking about you guys. They're not gonna play you and think, oh, freaking LeBron.
well, the
But I
Eagles
mean,
might because they've lost to us like
yeah, of course,
for
of
the
course.
past 4 seasons.
But I genuinely think that, I mean, you guys, yeah, you guys should be making the playoffs, bro. 100%, you
Yeah.
should be making
Division winner or making the playoffs?
We should be winning
Win
the
your
freaking division. Our division's trash.
the Is it Saints? It's the
Saints, Panthers, Falcons.
Saints, Panthers, Falcons. Yeah.
It should be Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
Hot take: Panthers beat out the Falcons for the second place in the division this year.
They could. Very possible.
I'm high on the Panthers. All right, who's your MVP?
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe as well.
Okay,
I
like
really
it.
thought he should have won last year, but unfortunately his defense did let him down, like AJ said.
Yeah,
They're fun to watch, man.
Technically,
They are fun to watch.
technically, Lamar last year had the best statistical season out of all the quarterbacks.
yeah, he should have won it. I'll make it 3 for 3. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow. I want Baker to have an MVP level season, but I don't think that they'll give him the MVP even if he does. So I'll take Joe. Bucky can be my fantasy MVP, bro. But I think Joe wins MVP. I think he throws like 35 touchdowns again. I don't know. He just goes nuclear for the Bengals. Uh, I'm gonna go. You guys didn't go there. I'm gonna go Kansas City.
That's fine.
I YKB'd. I didn't put the extra YKB on it, but
they're gonna make the AFC Championship game.
yeah,
If they don't make the AFC Championship game, I'll be shocked.
yeah. I just feel like they didn't lose anything, you know. So they stayed the same, and they're just consistent team. So I'm gonna go Kansas City. I think Mahomes bounces back and looks a lot better this year. I think Travis is getting older, but I don't think he regresses as much.
And they're getting Rocky.
Probably his last
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, Rashi with that 6-game suspension, he'll come back right in time for, to ramp up to be really hot in the playoffs. Worthy's going to be hot regardless. So I like Kansas City in the AFC. I was with you on Tampa Bay, Josh. I really am. A home body, but I think I'm going to go Green Bay. I think Matt LaFleur figures it out, and I don't know. I think Green Bay has enough to get it done. So
your heart doesn't say Green Bay, bro.
My heart doesn't say Green Bay, but my paper says Green Bay. My facts say Green Bay to pick Green Bay. So I picked the Bucks on that YKB thing this morning, but I'm gonna take Green Bay. I think Green Bay. I think they make it, but I think Kansas City ultimately wins it because I don't think anybody besides the Eagles can beat them in a Super Bowl right now. So that's where we are. We are 3 days away from NFL kickoff. We're going to see some craziness ensue. I don't know. Fantasy season is in this too. So, I've got a fantasy draft in an hour and 45 minutes.
No.
So it's my last one of the night, last one of the year. It's an in-person draft. It's a little 8-person. Eight people. There's a bunch of people from church who weren't in a league yet, so we were like, let's start a league together. So we're going quarterback. I might change it on the fly. We might go 2 quarterbacks. But we took out defense and we had an extra flex spot. So this should be a fun night. Buffalo Wild Wings is hosting it. They're giving us a championship ring and some draft kit supplies. And I don't know, bro. I'm excited. Yeah, they ordered us a championship ring.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll see. This will be league number 8. Dude, I'm losing my mind here. Full-time dad, full-time husband, full-time
Leave
fantasy.
a comment on what you think Chris goes this season.
Yeah, do I win a league this year? I won 2 last year. One that I actually cared about, one that I just some random ESPN leagues. Well, hey, The NFL season's upon us. The Premier League is in full swing. Well, actually, we're in international break, but
So
we're
early
into
international break. Yeah.
we're in swinging. We're excited. Yeah, AJ's got another week with us on the pod,
I do.
and then he's shipping off to basics next week. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Give AJ a nice send off as he leaves us for 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. Frick, bro, 10 weeks. You're gonna come back when Rashi comes back, bro. You'll be fine. You'll be hot like Rashi. But we're excited. Hey, it's been a great episode. We hope you enjoyed watching it. Send us in our DMs on Instagram or in the comments on YouTube how many leagues you're in. Send us your teams. Or if you're like our friend Louie, don't post your teams on TikTok.
On TikTok. Oh my goodness.
That poor guy, bro. Well, hey, from ZBK.
Justice for Louie. Justice for Louie.
Put in the comments hashtag justice for Louie. All right, we love you guys. We hope you have a great week. Enjoy football being back. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.